Hi, and welcome back for Lesson 3 of Creating an IEP. And as promised on our last lesson, I'm starting at the Central Admin page of Progress Book for this lesson and all future lessons, just for a time-saving technique. Again, we're going to go straight to Progress Book Special Services. And my task queue has opened up my John Doe student for the 2013-14 RIEP. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. On our lesson 2, we did our cover page. We also completed the future plan special factors profile page. And for this lesson, we are going to complete the transition and the transition services pages. So I'm going to open the transition page. And I've already typed in a statement for our first part here just to kind of show you an example. It's a very simple statement, but for students who are 14 years and older, you have to add a statement of transition service that does focus on the child's course of study. Now, as I said before, I work at a vocational school, so we have different tech programs. So I just kind of made one up for this particular student. John is enrolled in the PC Tech program. This program, along with the state-required core curriculum, will assist him with becoming a graphic designer following high school. That's just an example. Some other ones I've used would be John is enrolled in the Small Engines 1 program. This program, along with the state-required core curriculum, will assist him with post-secondary transition. Just a couple different examples. Or you could say, will assist him with his goal of becoming a mechanic, just to kind of give you an idea. Our second section down here are age-appropriate transition assessments. Our particular school, we have an assessment program, and they develop a complete report on our students. For this section, all you're going to do is summarize the results of the assessment that is completed on that child. Indicate the source. For example, we use a Valpar Pro 3000. Any relevant information that you might have in that report, you want to put in this area. For example, you might add the areas that that student scored high in. I know with our particular assessment, there's like the mechanical areas, the plants and animal area, just to kind of name a few. Basically, just summarize those results in that section. And I'm going to go ahead and save and close this page, and we'll head on to the next page. Transition services. This page is a little more in depth as to what you're planning for your student. So up here at the top, it says post-secondary education and training. So this whole top section is going to have to do with the education and or training that the student will need in order to complete his or her goal. So if John's going to be a graphic designer, I might say, upon graduation, John will seek an educational program at a technical school that will prepare him for graphic design. And it's as simple as that. His course of study might be the PC Tech program, along with the state required core curriculum. Number of goals, this is going to change depending on how many actual goals he has in his IEP. So I'm going to kind of leave that blank for now until we talk about the goals. And let's just say, for example, if he had a reading goal and a written expression goal, I might put goals number 1, 2. As long as these transition service activities do relate to those goals. So for transition service activity, something we as a school would do to help him achieve his goal. So maybe I would provide John with an opportunity to visit a college of his choice. The projected beginning date, since our IEP is going to start on the 30th, I'm going to put that there. Let's say John's just a junior. We usually don't do college visits until their senior year, so I might put during, or I might say one-time event during senior year. Person responsible, this would be the guidance department. Just to kind of give you an example of what would go there. Our second section here is employment. So a measurable post-secondary goal for that might be, upon graduation, John will obtain a full-time job. Course of study would be the same. And what would we do to help prepare him for a full-time job? Well, he's receiving basic training in the PC Tech program, so we're providing him with computer skills, things like that that are going to relate to what he wants to be as an adult. On down at the bottom here, we have independent living. It says it's optional for 15 and younger, but I do one for every student, and my post-secondary goal for him would be, upon graduation, John will live independently, because ultimately that's our goal. Some students with more moderate to severe disabilities, you might have to say, live in an assisted living housing program. The course of study obviously stays the same. Some transition service activities that you can offer there would just be life skills. For example, for John, I might say consumer spending and investing skills, and obviously the date would be the same. Anticipated duration might be during senior year math class, and the person or agency responsible for that would be his math instructor. Just to kind of give you an example. Also at a high school level, we provide our students who are 18 or older an opportunity to vote, so we give them a voting registration form, and they have that, so I can also put that in there. And then down here at the bottom, target date for graduation. If you click on there, it brings up the box, and you can use that if you want. I usually do the first school day of June. That way, if we have any snow days, it doesn't cause any backup problems. And again, when you're finished, save and close. And you're all finished with the post-secondary transition pages. I hope this was helpful for you. Good luck.